Cowboys, halftime, just about history. The Falcons lead the Cowboys by a score of 14-10. And just before the first half ended, Terry, there was a big scramble to see whether the Cowboys could get off a field goal. They called a timeout. Let's take a look at the last play as time ran out on the first half on the completion of Barksdale.
Well, this is the thing that we were talking about, is the fact that with Pelluer wasting the timeout, now he has to scramble out. He gets out of the pocket. There's the completion. But look at this. He's being held down, Barksdale that is. And then everyone, of course, Renfro trying to pull him off and get him up so that Pelluer can kill the clock. He couldn't do it. Time ran out, and the second half's getting ready to get going.
You know, the 2-minute offense seems to be a basic that we see in football, but there are few teams that really know how to run it that you've seen.
Well, there are very few teams. The veteran quarterbacks should run it and run it well. And we're seeing a lot of young kids out there. Pelluer's very young, very inexperienced. But also, when you don't call your plays, you just really don't have an understanding for the continuity of how to tie plays together, the continuity of it. So therefore, you're just lost. We've seen quarterbacks that watch the clock tick down to 6 and 5 seconds and then turn to the coach and wait for him to tell him what he's seeing to call a timeout.
All right, there's another game today, by the way, here at Texas Stadium, and we just witnessed it at halftime. This is now live, and this is Roger Staubach. It's an old-timers game, and the biggest cheers of the day came out, and there is Staubach trying to throw against a tremendous pass rush, I might say.
Excellent pass rush. Look at the scrambling ability that Roger certainly still possesses.
This was a big play to Drew Pearson earlier for Roger.
It looks like he's breathing a little heavy here. I hope he can get this. I know he'll be upset that I said that. Here's the big, he still has the big arm. There's the catch. There's Pearson. He dropped one earlier and they booed him. Oh, gee, there's the isolation. Oh, we've got it all today. There's the nice catch.
I wonder whether Roger has recovered from Army's win over Navy yesterday in the Service Academy battle.
I bet he has his Heisman Trophy award covered up today. He's got to be absolutely sick.
Let's talk about this game. Now, Atlanta, they may not like prosperity. I don't know how many times this year the Falcons, who are 2-9 and have lost 6 in a row, have had a 2-touchdown lead over anyone, but they were in front 14-0, and the Cowboys have come back, and the Cowboys were driving to get even closer. How do you see this ball game? Is it a matter of trying to put the finger in the dike for the Atlanta Falcons, or you see them as real threats in the second half?
Well, I definitely think that they're a threat, and talking to the players, they're very excited about playing the Cowboys. They have no fear for them, and everyone he says, hey, everybody gets up to play the Cowboys, and that's true, but I think Scotty Campbell can throw the ball better. I think that Riggs can run the ball better, and I think obviously the defense for Atlanta has been playing, I think, very well. So, and I know Tom Landry feels that way. They're down 14-10, and in the second half, I expect us to see more of what we saw in the first half, with the exception maybe a little bit more running by Riggs. And don't forget, there's a young #1 draft choice named Chris Miller that Marion Campbell very much wants to get into this football game, but hey, if he's got a chance to win it, he'll stay with Campbell.
One of the things that we saw for the Falcons in the first half, Terry, was the fact that the offensive line gave Scott Campbell terrific protection. He was not sacked at all. He threw 2 interceptions, mostly because of his own doing, not because of any kind of pressure, and basically he escaped good pressure from Dallas.
Well, he did. He had an excellent job. I thought his line did a fine job for him. The thing that Scotty Campbell has with his arm, not unlike a lot of strong-armed quarterbacks, is that he tries to muscle it, tries to use it too much, and the football will get away at times. In the first half, the 2 Michael Downs interceptions were passes that I think Campbell tried to throw too hard.
Roger Uzek will kick off for the Cowboys, and Larry Emery is back for the Falcons. 30 minutes of football action remaining if we don't go into OT. 14-10 favor of Atlanta. And the second half kickoff, and Emery will grab this on the goal line. Out to the 21. Everson Walls makes the tackle. So Scott Campbell, who completed 10 of 18 passes for 119 yards, threw a touchdown pass to Floyd Dixon, but threw 2 passes into the hands of Michael Downs. As you look at the total offense and the great contrast between the first and second quarters. Wide receivers Aubrey Matthews and Floyd Dixon to the top of your screen. Gerald Riggs has been the workhorse. They mark it at the 21. Riggs runs into his own man, Ron Middleton, the H-back, and Mike Hegman makes a relatively easy tackle. That's how consistent Gerald Riggs has been the last 4 seasons. And he went into this ball game needing 82 yards to become the all-time Atlanta rusher, and he has gained 50 so far today.
And he's getting those yardage as a power running back, unlike Dickerson, who's stacked up in the eye, catches those tosses, stretches defenses out, then cuts back against the grain.
2nd down and 10. Riggs trying to get away from Randy White. Michael Downs finally makes the stop at the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and a good 7 upcoming for the Atlanta Falcons. All 13 of their rushes have been by Gerald Riggs. 3rd down and 6, we'll call it. John Settle and Larry Emery in the backfield. And in the shotgun goes Scott Campbell.
Both of these guys have good hands coming out of the backfield to catch passes.
Campbell, Matthews couldn't hold it, and Ron Francis was defending on the play. Good play by the rookie from Baylor, defending Matthews, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And Rick Donnelly will come in to kick it away for the Falcons. Kelvin Martin back for the Cowboys. He fumbled the kickoff, and Robert Moore ran it in for the Falcons early in the 1st quarter to give them a 14-0 lead, and Dallas has come back with 10 points. Ball bounces at the 40 and will go out of bounds, and they'll mark it right at the 40-yard line. So the Cowboys, with good field position, will start from their own 40-yard line following that 34-yard punt by Rick Donnelly. He's led the NFL coming into this game, but he's been down on his first 2 kicks. Steve Pelluer started 7 games when Danny White was injured last year. This is his 2nd start. First was against Miami. Dorsett, the lone back. And a pass nearly intercepted by Moore, and he would have had his 2nd touchdown. It was intended for Herschel Walker, and it was sort of a piece of cake for Moore. Couldn't hold it.
You're going to see Herschel Walker come off the line of scrimmage. Moore 34 covering 34 Walker. There's a little hitch by Walker. What happened was Palure misread and forgot his route by Walker. Walker saw it. He went outside. Pelluer threw to the wrong man that time. That should have been intercepted.
And for a touchdown. Now Walker is in the backfield with Dorsett on 2nd and 10. Pelluer's pass is caught by Renfro. Let's see where they mark his forward progress. The ball is knocked out of bounds, fumbled, and let's see, the Falcons have recovered. Renfro coughed it up. Robert Moore recovered the fumble, and the man making the hit was David Crudup, who's been an aggressive performer all over the field in the secondary for Atlanta.
Renfro driving down on Crudup. Crudup plants. He reads the pass. There's the completion to Renfro. Now here comes the hit by Crudup. Did the ground cause the fumble? Well, according to this picture that we just saw, it did, as Moore picks it up. Now let's look again. Now the ball pops out. I don't believe that's a fumble. I don't believe that's a fumble, Dick. I believe that that ball, that the ground caused the fumble, and that should be the Cowboys' ball.
Instead, Atlanta has it. I should say, instead of your viewpoint, the Falcons have it in Atlanta Cowboy territory.
They don't care what I think.
Campbell is going deep for Dixon. And Ron Francis had a chance to pick that one off, as Campbell was going all the way with that pass, and they'll have to come back on the incompletion.
Most of your defensive backs have equal speed to the receivers, and at some point in time in their career probably were receivers, and the only reason they're defensive backs is the fact that they have terrible hands. They can't catch. That's a good example right there, as Ron Francis had an easy interception of an underthrown Campbell pass, and he dropped it.
They checked the replay of that fumble by Renfro, and it was not conclusive enough to change the ruling that it was a fumble. It has to be conclusive. That's the key. 2nd down and 10, and Riggs finds an opening and gets inside the 40-yard line. And that'll bring up a 3rd and short situation for Atlanta. Jim Jeffcoat and Eugene Lockhart combine to make the tackle on Riggs. Keep in mind, he needs just under 30 yards rushing to become the all-time Atlanta Falcons rusher. William Andrews, their great back, who had the terrible injury to his knee, currently is the main man. 3rd and 3 for the Falcons. And Riggs up the middle gets the 1st down. Hard driving Gerald Riggs has a 1st down at the 33-yard line of the Cowboys. Kevin Brooks making the tackle.
Combination of thoroughbred legs and a trained body. This guy came off that time like a thoroughbred and has that big bulk. And once he gets through there, he's awfully hard to stop.
Riggs needed just under 100 yards a game the rest of the way to average in the contest to go over 1,000. He's got a lot to shoot for. 1st and 10. Riggs gets by Bates, turns the corner and goes out of bounds. And so Riggs avoided Bates and thus avoided a loss on the play. Michael Downs knocked him out of bounds.
You can see you'll see Bates, number 40, at the end of the line of scrimmage, and number 40 penetrating at the blitzing safety. We've seen this 3 times already. He misses Riggs, but he holds him up enough and allow his linebackers to come up and make the stop on him. But once again, we're seeing Bates at the end of the line of scrimmage. Is it zone? Is it blitz? Bates, I think, is doing a good job of disguising it.
Riggs might have been shaken up on the play. 2nd down and 6. John Settle, the rookie free agent from Appalachian State. In the game, play action pass. Matthews, and again, Francis defending on the play, had the ball in his chest and couldn't hold on. But Francis is defending both wide receivers of the Falcons on this series as well as you can expect.
Just because that your receiver's in the corner of the end zone well covered by 38 Francis doesn't mean you throw the ball there. Actually, what Campbell could have done, and he will do as he gets experience in the National Football League, underthrow it back to the inside and allow the receiver to make the play on the ball.
3rd down and 6 with 11 and a half minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter. Charlie Brown is in the game as a 3rd wide receiver for the Falcons. Going the opposite way, and the pass is caught by John Settle, and Settle is inside the 5 and knocked out of bounds short of the goal line. John Settle, a find as a free agent rookie, and as a sub for Gerald Riggs, averaged nearly 5 yards a carry last week against the Cardinals, picks up 26 on this reception.
Cowboys in an all-out blitz, and Settle, number 45, does a fine job of faking the block. Now he gets up, and there's no one out there but his Ratlaw 55, his center, leading the way down the sideline, as Settle does a great job of trying to get the ball into the end zone.
1st and goal at the 2. And a pass play. Wide open. And Middleton did not have control and then loses it outright. Ron Middleton, the H-back, had beaten Michael Downs, but couldn't hold on. He's wearing gloves today.
A little play action. We're seeing a lot of misdirection by the Falcons, taking everyone to the right, and then back across the grain comes Middleton. And boy, when you're 2-9 and you need to catch touchdown passes to win football games, you can't afford to drop the easy one. And Middleton certainly dropped an easy pass.
2nd and goal at the 2. Riggs in the game. And here's Gerald Riggs. Gets to the goal line and doesn't get in. Jeff Rora, and help in the secondary from Michael Downs, forcing the run, stopped Riggs, and that'll bring up a 3rd and goal as they spot it at the 1-yard line. There's Ernie Stautner, and a big play that time by Jeff Rora.
Well, you always, if you're throwing the football down here, you will always have man coverage. That's why you cross receivers. Look for play action, look for a crossing route, look for Campbell to throw the ball. Hey!
And it's Campbell. Touchdown.
Nice crossing route. Good pass.
He crossed the goal line. That's a crossing route.
Isn't that what that's what I meant, wasn't it? You got to read my mind here.
So a touchdown by Scott Campbell, and that is the first touchdown rushing for the Atlanta Falcons by a player other than Gerald Riggs. And the Atlanta Falcons have opened up their lead to 20-10. Rick Badonic had scored a touchdown during the strike game. And here's Luckford. And the kick is good. And after taking a 14-0 lead and seeing the Cowboys cut the lead to 4, the Falcons now move in front 21-10. 21-10, and that fumble by Mike Renfro recovered by Moore. Moore's second fumble recovery, the first going for a touchdown, and so Atlanta taking advantage of that turnover. Here's Jim Hannafin, the former head coach of the Cardinals.
All right, doing a fine job. Assistant head coach, offensive coach. He and Rod Dahauer run the offense, and I'd say today they're doing a fine job.
Darryl Clack on the 9-yard line, returning the kickoff. Like a pinball in a pinball machine, gets knocked back and forth, holds on, and Joe Costello will get credit for the tackle as he brings the ball out to the 31-yard line. Costello's made a couple of big plays, and we have a shaken up Cowboy on the field. We'll wait till we know for sure. Steve Diassi limping off. Michael Downs has 2 interceptions for the Cowboys. And the 2 fumbles have really cost the Cowboys today. One leading directly, one on a touchdown, and the other one leading to a touchdown on the series.
Well, last week, turnovers were the death of the Cowboys as White fumbled twice and threw 3 interceptions. Offset, well, otherwise it was a brilliant afternoon with 4 TDs against the Vikings.
Cowboys starting from their 32-yard line. 10:39 remaining in the third quarter. Walker is a receiver out to the right. Here's Dorsett. Dorsett gets a couple, and John Rady making the stop.
Well, we talked once again about the difference when Dorsett's in the backfield. Notice your guards, your right and left guard, right in the center of your screen. Your right tackle, Gogan, number 66, leading the way. Pulling guards and tackles for Dorsett. When Walker runs, they don't pull anyone. They let him do all the running.
Second down and 8. Under pressure. Dorsett, the intended receiver, and there are all kinds of people like Greg Brown, who came in on Pelluer. Andrew Province also in on the play, and there's Dennis Harrison, the veteran. Checking scores in the third quarter. Cardinals leading the Redskins 17-10. Giants Eagles up for grabs in that ball game. It's an unusual score, 20-5.
There's another one, 13-9, Pittsburgh.
I like 20-5 even stranger.
Well, that's a field goal and 2 extra points.
That's right. Third down and 8.
I knew there had to be some humor in that somewhere, right? I mean, really.
What's Pelluer's problem right now?
Well, he's calling screens, and they're not running them very well. They're not executing very well, and and one of his backs is unsure of what to do, so he's telling them.
They showed blitz, then came out of it. Pelluer can run, and he will. And that's one of the funniest slides that I've ever seen. Good enough for a first down for the Cowboys at the 45, but you know, he didn't know whether to slide or sit down or curtsy or what out there.
Obviously, Tom Landry and Paul Hackett have had a long talk with Pelluer. If he's going to become a great quarterback, he has to quit doing this. But once he does, once he's forced out, just go down nice and easy. Really, they want him to stop running because every time he feels pressure, he tucks the ball away and runs. And the only thing that's going to make him mature is getting a serious injury where he can't do that anymore.
He's got to learn to do that a little better for the crowd. Right?
Yeah, that's fancy.
First down and the pass to Newsom. And not letting go is number 52, Rich Kranek.
You know what? I've got it figured out. See all those? There's a bunch of wet spots on the field, Dick, and I guarantee you what Pelluer said. He found him a little spot there, put his hand down, made sure it was wet, and then sat down. That's what he was doing.
Why wouldn't he pick a dry spot?
I should have spotted that earlier.
Why wouldn't he pick a dry spot?
Well, he did. I mean, he was looking for a dry spot among the wet
there are
spots.
a few of those out there.
Absolutely. Even with the beautiful stadium here, the little hole in the roof there, it allows the water to come in.
Second down and 10 for the Cowboys on the 45. Here's Herschel Walker with Newsome blocking, and it takes a gang to bring Walker down just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49-yard line. Joel Williams and Andrew Provence on the stop of Herschel.
Notice how earlier I talked about pulling guards and tackles for Dorsett. Now here, this is called zone blocking for Walker. Now when they run this play, notice no one pulls. Everyone just comes out, picks out a man, and tries to occupy them and allow Walker all the room he wants to do whatever he so chooses.
Third down and 5. Short of midfield. They're in the spread offense, the Cowboys. Inside handoff to Newsome, and he'll get the first down. Tackled at the 43. Good call, and Timmy Newsome brought down by Harrison and Tim Gordon.
Well, Newsome is your fullback. Walker, number 34, is your halfback. And one of the things backs have to do is reciprocate for one another. This time Walker comes up and he throws the lead block for Newsome. Nice job by Walker as he blocks Elbert Shelley, 37.
First down for the Cowboys, who are trailing the Falcons 21-10. 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go, third quarter. Pass to Renfro is nearly intercepted by Robert Moore, who has to be the defensive star of this game, having recovered 2 fumbles, 1 running in for a touchdown, and he nearly picked that one off.
Moore is like the little trailer, the little streamers you use to tease the marlin with. He's teasing Pelluer into thinking he has this little 5-yard hook, and then he's breaking on the football ahead of Renfro. Actually, Renfro just stands there and allows Moore to come flying by. If they do that again, I promise you it's going to be picked off before the game is over with.
Second down and 10. Cowboys at the Falcon 43. Walker on the pitch. Met head on. And a loss on the play. Back to the 45 by Joel Williams. You remember his rookie year when he had 16 quarterback sacks. That was 7 years ago with the famed grit splits of the Falcons. And that was in their better days before they ran on hard times. Third down and 11. Six and a half minutes remaining in the third quarter. Steve Diassi has a twisted ankle, and the word is he may return. Palure on third and long. Up the middle, and Renfro was his man, crossing, incomplete. And it'll be fourth down, and Mike Saxon gets the call. Bobby Butler and James Britt defending on the play. Well, you never know. The Falcons were a 2-9 team, although in the second game, the game before the strike, and the 3 replacement games, they defeated the Redskins 21-20. There's White Shoes Johnson going back, and Saxon to boot. And any momentum that the Falcons had established went by the boards because of the strike. High kick, good one. Fair catch called for by White Shoes inside the 15. Although the big story for the Falcons have been their injuries, and we'll try to chronicle some of them for you. We'll be back here at Texas Stadium. Sprained left ankle, and that's the same leg that he injured against the Cardinals in the first quarter last week, and so he will not be back for the Falcons. But Atlanta having the ball, first and 10 on the 14-yard line. That's the story. It's been a real rough time for the Falcons injury-wise. Gerald Reese got hit at the line and then got a couple of extra yards. Kevin Brooks and Bill Bates combined to make the tackle. Kevin Brooks is a man to watch. He's playing very well this year, and this is his first year as a starter for the Cowboys. He had a knee injury that prevented him from being installed as a starter last year. But Brooks, Danny Noonan are men of the future for Dallas. In fact, all 4 of their starters today were former #1 picks. 2nd down and 6. Riggs again. Nothing this time, and that'll bring up 3rd down with 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. The only scoring here in the 3rd quarter was a 1-yard quarterback sneak by Scott Campbell to give the Falcons their 21-10 lead. So now Terry with 3rd down and call it 4. Campbell, who has completed only 1 of his last 6 with an interception, may be forced to go to the air. Don Smerick replaces Kevin Brooks. Smerick, a pass rusher, number 60. And the pass out of the backfield. Settle holds on and makes a big gainer out of it. John Settle still going and finally brought down in Cowboy territory at the 44 by Ron Francis. 36 yards to the free agent rookie John Settle.
Settle will come out of the backfield on the right-hand side, bottom right of your screen, 44. Coming out man-for-man coverage by a defensive back, comes inside, and then what you saw happen there was the pick. There was an inadvertent pick that time that allowed Settle to get loose and go on down the field.
He only caught 2 passes all season before today, and he's got 2 for 62 yards in this game. 1st and 10. Falcons at the 43, and Gerald Riggs spins his way inside the 40-yard line. Jim Jeffcoat on the tackle. I would say, Terry, that if the Falcons have a lead in the 4th quarter, having a man like Gerald Riggs would be a handy man indeed.
That's a very good point, because what we're seeing is a gambling effort on behalf of the Cowboys, and then you see Campbell connect with Settle for the 36-yarder, and now you see the holes open up as they can try to run Riggs now, because the gambling failed. They'll back off, play a little softer now, which features Riggs running.
2nd down and 5, and he established a new Falcon rushing record. The ball at the 39 of the Cowboys, and here is Riggs to try to add to it. He gets a couple. Michael Downs coming up from the corner to make the stop. It'll be 3rd down. And right now, for an NFL Today report, let's check in with Brent Musburger in New York. Brent? Well, that's a game that's wild in St. Louis, 17-17, and Gerald Riggs has broken William Andrews' record as the all-time Falcon rusher. 3rd down and 4, and Riggs gets the call, make it Settle this time, and a marker is down. Settle will have the 1st down unless the penalty is against Atlanta. And it is. Holding Riggs and Bates. I don't think Bates is offering congratulations.
Number 61 on the offense, still 3rd down.
That was John Scully on the hold.
Very nice, Richard.
So holding on Scully will set the ball back to the Cowboy 48.
Well, that's unfortunate, because the Falcons had the position they wanted, had their 1st down, and would kept this drive going. A lot of pressure on Campbell now with 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14. Campbell drills it, and he's got Charlie Brown. And Brown, with his first catch of the ball game, has a 1st down deep in Cowboy territory to the 27. A 21-yard gain to Charlie Brown, who is a holdout and has caught only 1 pass coming into this game.
Historically, the places that you attack the Cowboys is in their deep secondary. 20 and 25-yard shots, and with a good strong arm by Campbell and a smart route by Charlie Brown, 89, they're successful in getting the 1st down.
1:45 remaining in the 3rd quarter, and the Falcons looking for a big score here if they can get it. 1st and 10 on the Cowboy 27, and on a reverse, here's Dixon. And Dixon is thrown for a loss by Michael Downs. Did he read that perfectly?
Why? Why you do that? Why would you want to put your team in a position
You're really
of
upset
losing?
about this.
Well, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Fine, these plays work nice, but you're talking about a team that needs to win, not lose yardage. Poor block there, allowing Michael Downs to make an easy tackle. But why do that, Dick? Go ahead and run the offense you've been running. Falcon offense is not geared around gadgets and trickery. It's geared around power and smart throwing.
And they lost 9 yards, Terry, and right now they're out of field goal range. 2nd down and 19, and the ball back to the 36-yard line. Campbell going for Matthews. Matthews has it, and out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
Oh, what a throw.
Francis and Michael Downs, and a 30-yard gain, and a penalty marker is down upfield, and let's see whether that play will be nullified. And it will be holding called against the Falcons. That was quite a play.
Unbelievable. As you can see, Matthews just barely had a step on Francis, and a perfectly thrown ball that time by Campbell.
We will see it. First Red Cashin will explain the penalty as he talks the options over with Randy White.
Illegal use of the hands. Number 78 by the offense. It's still 2nd down.
Mike Ken, the left tackle. Here it is.
Once again, a little fade route. As you can see, Francis just sitting there nice and easy running, this time with Matthews. Matthew has him by a yard, if that much. A perfectly thrown pass by Campbell. Good catch that time by Matthews.
2 holding penalties set the Falcons back to the Cowboy 46. 2nd and 29. Campbell drills it, and Charlie Brown is there and knocked out of bounds inside the 25. Making the play for Dallas is Everson Walls. He got 22 of the 29 back that time, and it's 3rd down, and once again the Falcons are back in business as far as a field goal attempt is concerned.
This time Campbell goes out to the right. We've seen this several times today. 2 times he's been intercepted by forcing the football on long, deep curl routes. This time he takes his receiver, Charlie Brown, and goes to the outside on Walls, and he's wide open.
And that'll do it for the quarter. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score, the Falcons 21 and the Cowboys 10. Stadium, and how frustrating it must be, Terry, for the Cowboys defense. 2 holding penalties against Atlanta. They lose 9 yards on a bad end around call, and yet some big pass plays puts them in business. And now with 3rd down, the Falcons still have an opportunity. It'll be 3rd down and 7. They're in the shotgun, and Campbell calling an audible here. And open is Larry Emery, and Emery will have the 1st down for Atlanta.
Beautiful job by Campbell. He saw the blitz that time. He made an audible with his back coming out of the backfield for an option. But what happened was the Cowboys came out of the blitz and played zone, which set up ideally for the running back Emery to come out and make the 1st down for the Falcons.
13-yard pickup. You saw the Redskins have taken a 24-17 lead over the Cardinals. But here it's 1st and 10 for Atlanta. They're on the 12-yard line of the Cowboys, and Gerald Riggs back in the game for the Falcons. Pump and a toss out of the end zone. Aubrey Matthews was defended by Ron Francis. That'll bring up 2nd down. Big plays. We told you about the 2 holding penalties and the end-around loss, but John Settle with a 36-yard reception and 2 passes to Charlie Brown, who had caught only 1 pass coming into this game. He caught 2 passes for a total of 43 yards, and that kept Atlanta going offensively in this series.
Strong-arm Scott Campbell had a heck of a day so far. If they can get this in the end zone, the confidence that this entire offensive unit gains is unbelievable.
4th quarter, and Riggs goes off the left side, gets inside the 5, fumbles, and the Cowboys have recovered. Michael Downs recovers, and Riggs fumbled inside the 5 in what could have been a great opportunity for the Falcons to open up a big lead.
You're going to see an excellent job by Riggs going outside. Good blocking downfield by Middleton there. Now you see the fumble, and there's Michael Downs. 2 interceptions today, 1 fumble.
Jim Jeffcoat made the hit, though, to cause the cough up. Terry.
Dick.
It's great how Terry. Yeah, you know what I did? Hey, I did. You know what I did? No, you know what? I did what AM does.
What?
Goes on camera and he talks, and the guys never have a chance to say anything.
Yeah.
I did what AM does. I won't mention his name.
What?
He's talking to us. He's talking to us,
Okay.
Marty. What do you want? I'm sorry, Fish. Marty's talking.
What are the? We're gonna run the ball, so let's go to Walker.
And we're back, and the Cowboys have the ball on the 3-yard line after the fumble by Riggs. Herschel Walker carries, and Walker can't get away from Bobby Butler. Right now, for an NFL Today report, let's check in with Brent Musburger in New York. Brent, you're on. All right, Brent, thank you very much. And Nate Newton, the left guard, is shaken up for the Cowboys. And we'll return to Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas, after this word from your local station.
Oh my, look at that. Can you believe it? Look at the empty seats.
Dick Stockton and Terry Bradshaw, the Cowboys, with a 2nd and 5. Give it off to Timmy Newsome, and it's going to be 3rd down. Cowboys coming in with a 5-6 record in this ball game, and I think that young lady is a leftover from last night's high school game here at Texas Stadium.
Well, Cowboys have fallen on rough times, and a lot of teams around the National Football League have fallen on rough times, but Texas fans love their football and they love their Cowboys, and if you can look around, this place is about a third empty, something you used to never see.
Sun has also come out, by the way, for the first time on the opposite end. 3rd down and 5 for Dallas. And on the draw, Herschel Walker is going to be stopped short. And if the Falcons done a job on Herschel Walker today, he has averaged over 4 yards a carry this season coming in, and today he has been held to 2.5 yards per carry.
Andrew Providence, number 72, over the nose tackle in the place of Casillas. Fine job, as you can see. Harrison outside. There actually is no place for Walker to go. Too good a job done by the linemen and the linebackers of the Falcons.
Mike Saxon will kick from his end zone, and Billy White Shoes Johnson is at midfield for the Falcons, who should get good field position out of this, but a tremendous kick by Saxon sends Johnson back inside his 40. And he gets clobbered and a fumble. Cowboys recover. Jeff Rohrer recovered. And you can thank Saxon with a 51-yard kick to make it tough for White Shoes on this one.
Well, here's the catch, a real gutty catch by Billy Johnson here. Now he doesn't know where to go with the football, and then finally Burton, number 57, comes in, lowers the boom, and knocks the ball loose. Cowboys football. Another costly turnover, Dick.
Most of them have been today, and if you look at the turnovers and what they've led to, you will find that most of the turnovers have led to scores in this game. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys with 12:39 remaining. Now let's see what the holdup is. I wonder if they're examining videotape, and apparently they are upstairs.
You could just see the
Guess not.
movement. Start the clock. Cowboy ball. There's the spin. Now, White shoots Johnson. There's no place to go, and down he goes as Burton, number 57, comes in and knocks the ball loose.
Big drive coming up for the Cowboys, who trail the Falcons 21-10 in the fourth quarter. Herschel Walker out of bounds, picking up a couple. Robert Moore on the play, and the crowd boos. Well, here's the story, maybe the real story of this game. If the Redskins win and they are leading against the Cardinals, and the Dallas Cowboys lose, the Cowboys cannot win their divisional title. And you can say, well, they're long shots anyway, but strange things have happened in sports. And this is a big drive to keep the flickering hopes alive for the Cowboys. Dennis Harrison was shaken up. Second down and 8 at the 36-yard line. Pelluer. Incomplete. Intended for Barksdale. And it was Butler defending on the play. Right now for an NFL Today report. Find out what's going on around the league. Here's Brent. All right, Brent, thank you. Mark Mraz, a rookie from Utah State, replaces Dennis Harrison, number 67. Third down and 8 for the Cowboys. Palure, and he's got Kelvin Edwards. First down, Dallas to the 26. David Cruden on the stop. Edwards, who caught a lot of passes early, now has caught 6 for 83 yards, and that matches his season's high established against the Eagles.
One of the problems the Falcons are having is with Rick Bryan out at defensive end and Harrison now taking his spot. He's out. We're down to the third string defensive end on the right side for the Falcons, and a new nose tackle and Andrew Province, 72. So the Falcons, once again, the injuries are killing them.
First down for the Cowboys. Pelluer going for Newsome. Out of bounds, incomplete. Butler covering on the play. Plenty of time remaining, 11 minutes and 38 seconds. And the Cowboys trail by 11 points, so they need a touchdown and a field goal. And that would not be enough. They need 2 touchdowns to pull ahead of Atlanta.
The real weapon that the Cowboys have today that they have failed to use is Walker. He's 5th rushing, 5th receiving in the National Football Conference, but today primarily used only as a runner. I think it's opportune time now to get Walker involved in the passing game.
Nate Newton back in the game at left guard. Jeff Zimmerman had replaced him. Second down and 10. And a handoff to Herschel Walker. And Walker doesn't get much, and that's similar to the play that Joe Montana and Roger Craig used so well with the 49ers. Andrew Province and Joel Williams on the play. And it'll be third down, but I think you're right about Herschel Walker.
Well, the scheme of the Cowboys blocking, this zone blocking, is not working well against the team of the Falcons. Their defensive linemen are taught to read, put their arms on their offensive player and read. They call that 2-gap, and you can't blow them off the football. Now, if you can't run it, I know he can get out and run routes and catch it.
3rd and 7. Walker has gained 31 yards on the ground, has caught 4 passes today. He's at the top of your screen on 3rd and 7. Pelluer, penalty marker down. Incomplete, intended for Cosby. And defending was Elbercelli, but there's a flag. And that'll give the Cowboys a light. Offsides against the Falcons.
Lined up in the neutral zone, number 98 of the defense. Offside, still third down.
Greg Brown.
That's wanting to get a head start. The neutral zone's the length of the football, so that's wanting to get a quick start. Greg Brown, 98, says, I want to get in there and get the jump on these guys. He unfortunately lines up in the neutral zone and gets the 5-yard penalty. Instead of 3rd and 7 now, it's only 3rd and 10, a costly penalty for the Falcons.
3rd down and 2 for the Cowboys. Walker with good blocking. But it breaks down, and he's thrown for a loss. John Rady and Bobby Butler on the big play on Herschel Walker. He had the pulling guards in front, but the Falcon defense equal to the task, and it'll be 4th down.
Left guard Nate Newton, 61, coming outside. We saw him injured earlier, so why pull him if he's hurt? But as you can see there, he cannot catch up to John Rady, number 59, to blocking, and Walker outruns his blockers. Rady makes the tackle.
It is 4th down and 4, and the Cowboys, with Landry on the phone, are going to go for it. They need 2 touchdowns to take the lead. They have converted 2 of 5 on 4th downs this year. Pelluer. Down he goes. Dennis Harrison on the sack, and the Falcons will take over on down. 3rd sack of the game by the Falcons. And they'll get the ball back with a 21-10 lead and 9:53 remaining in the 4th quarter. I'm having a big problem here. I can't talk anymore, okay?
He can't hear.
Fix the audio. I can't talk anymore. Falcons have taken advantage of big 3 turnovers by the Dallas Cowboys, who have not been able to take advantage of Dallas mistakes. Riggs established a new all-time rushing margin, but a great defensive effort today by the Atlanta Falcons and a big play on 4th down.
Well, Harrison going out, coming back in for one play, the pass rush, lines up normally on the right side, moved over to the left side, gets inside, beats a rookie Gogan, the right tackle for the Cowboys. Big sack. Now it's the Falcons football. You can see there's the pump fake as Palure tries to go deep to no avail as Harrison comes in. He beats Gogan 66. Boy, that was a huge play for the Falcons.
1st and 10 for Atlanta. On the 30-yard line, leading by 11 points. And the pass to Dixon is complete to the 37-yard line. Everson Walls on the tackle. Dixon caught the touchdown pass, the opening one, 28 yards in the game to give Atlanta a 7-0 lead. He's grabbed 6 today.
Throwing on 1st down against the Cowboys is smart offensive football because they play that flex defense. In the flex defense, you do not rush the passer, you play the run. So if they're going to play the run, hey, let's throw the football.
Pickup of 8, 2nd down and 2. They got Dixon on the other side. 1st down, Falcons. To the 45, Ron Francis on the stop. And now with the clock ticking down to 9 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter, and the Falcons leading 21-10, they now have the luxury of mixing a pass, knowing that the Cowboys are going to be looking for Riggs on the ground.
Looking for Riggs on the ground. They've been playing single coverage on their corners. Now they'll mix it up and go into their zones. And if they don't, then Campbell will just go up to the line of scrimmage, look for the corner playing off his receiver, make an audible, and throw the hitch route again.
1st and 10. Riggs doesn't get much, but that'll use up some time. Next Sunday on CBS Sports, it all begins with the NFL Today at 12:30 Eastern Time. The great rivalry, no matter what the records, it's a big game. Game 1, Dallas against Washington. And the second game, most of you will see the Giants and the Cardinals. Atlanta goes against the Rams in Anaheim, and it's the Lions in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Check your local listing. 2nd down and 8. Riggs gets barely into Cowboy territory. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 4.5. Jeff Rohrer makes the tackle, but the time continues to run, and now 7:45 remain in this 4th quarter.
Now what's happened is Atlanta came out controlling the clock and moving the chains by throwing the football. The Cowboys took their corners and pressed them, and now every time we've seen that, it looks like Campbell wants to run the football. He's run 2 in a row, puts himself in a 3rd and 5 situation.
Falcons have converted their last 6 3rd down plays. Riggs won't get it this time. They're shy by a yard and a half, maybe two. Eugene Lockhart and Everson Walls came in, and it'll be 4th down. And a Cowboy is shaken up as Donnelly will enter the game for the Falcons to kick it.
Kevin Brooks, it looks like, number 99.
Brooks is shaken up. Meanwhile, Gerald Riggs has gone over the 100-yard mark for the 24th time in his career. So a big game for Riggs. Not only does it go over 100, but he breaks William Andrews' record as the all-time Falcon career rusher.
Well, he's the perfect complement to what the Falcons want to get done. The power running. They don't want to fool around with anything fancy. They got big Bill Fralick at right guard and Scully at left guard. Big, huge tackles, and Ken and Mitchell. And what they want to do is pound, 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 wear you out, and then finesse you with their passing attack. Power running game of finesse passing attack.
They're still tending to Brooks, who hasn't gotten up yet. We have 6:58 showing on the clock, and what this game shows me about the Falcons, whether they hold on and win or not, is that they do have the ability to play a tough team and look sharp, which is a credit to Marion Campbell, because this Falcon team is not laying down at the end of this year.
Well, they're not laying down, but the question, I'll play devil's advocate, what makes the Cowboys a tough team? They're 5-6. Used to be the Cowboys were a tough team, but now I believe most teams think that when they come in here to Texas Stadium, big deal, we can beat these guys. They're not on the top of their game anymore.
You know, you're right.
Let's see if we can find out what happened to Kevin Brooks, 99. There we have him circled. Wish I could draw that well. Now he's in hot pursuit. Gets his hands on the back of Riggs' jersey, goes down, lands hard on his, well, on his backside. I can't see where the collision is. Now let's look at it again. Top right of your screen, grabs Riggs, swings around, and then lands George. You know that very well. Of course, gets up, runs off. Glad to see that. I don't know what happened. If you can get knocked out by landing on your hiney, then it happened.
It'll be 4th down and 2. Donnelly will kick, and Kelvin Martin goes back for the Cowboys. They need 2 touchdowns. Does Dallas, trailing 21-10? Hiney, huh?
Hiney. That's okay to say.
Oh, I think so.
Yep. My mother taught me and raised me to say just something that simple.
Here's the kick by Donnelly, and a good high kick, fair catch called for by Martin, and the Falcons can't keep it in play. It'll go into the end zone for a touchback. That's a 46-yarder. Danny White has the helmet on. He's coming in, folks, when we come back.
All right, you can tape this scene. Now they're cheering him. Last week they booed him out of this place.
Boy, I'm glad we got that one. That was good. Good catch. Hey, the audio's fine now, by the way. Thank you. Okay, well, thanks. Yeah, it's fine now.
Right.
Okay. At the right time, I'll do it. I don't want to force it.
I'm not.
No,
I'm just reminding you.
After the first play, go to Pelluer if you can. If you can. Palure after the first play. Thank you.
Offense was simplified. He can't handle as much as Daddy.
I got you. We're going to set you up for it after the first play. And Tom Landry has made a change. Danny White has come in at quarterback, replacing Steve Pelluer. And it's desperation time for Dallas. They're trailing 21-10. 6:27 to go in the 4th quarter. First down on the 20-yard line. White went the distance against the Vikings on Thanksgiving Day. He's been bothered by that injured wrist. In the spread formation, Herschel Walker with Newton blocking gets out to the 26-yard line. Crudup making the tackle. So Steve Pelluer gets yanked by Tom Landry, and you were saying at the outset, Terry, about why it might have been a good idea to start Pelluer against a team like the Atlanta Falcons.
Confidence was the word. confidence is the factor, and Landry said we feel Pelluer suits our team best to win against the Falcons today, but now he's going to White, hoping he can come in relief and win this game for the Cowboys.
2nd and 4, attempting his first pass, and it's incomplete. Renfro, the intended receiver. Butler covering. There's Palure now on the sideline, and how disappointed he must be. Interesting how the crowd greeted Danny White with cheers. They always love the quarterback who's not playing.
Always will be a controversy at quarterback. Cowboys, it's hard to play here because of Staubach, and White will tell you that it's hard to do that. It's hard to always play for a team that's very complicated in their offensive system, and Landry said as much as that they have to restrict the offense for Pelluer. They don't with White.
3rd down and 4 for the Cowboys on their own 26-yard line. White has time. There's Walker, and Walker's got it. First down and out of bounds, shy of midfield by a yard and a half. Tim Gordon on the stop, and a gain of 22, but there's a penalty marker down at about the 40.
It's in the secondary, so you've got to think that it's pass interference.
It's holding against Atlanta. Gets you the same thing. First down in any event.
Holding, number 52 on the defense. That penalty is declined. First down.
That's Rich Kranek, the guilty party.
You see Walker coming out of your backfield. Right in the center of your screen, he will come straight down, lean to the inside, and go to the outside. Right in the middle, straight down the field, sees his man who's covered him. Joel Williams makes a bluff coverage, and then Walker gets in behind the corner and in front of the safety. Fine throw by White.
22-yard pickup, 1st and 10 Cowboys. On their own 48-yard line, 5:42 remaining in the 4th quarter.
Runs a deep corner one time. The last time he lines up to the far right on the line of scrimmage and runs a quick slant. Both times White gets him the football.
1st and 10. White has Renfro, who's hit immediately at the 27 by David Crudup.
You can understand the concern that Landry has for White and for White and the wrist. You have a hard time seeing it on your TV because the ball comes out and it's wobbling, indicating that White really doesn't have control of the football.
That's what that injured wrist has done. Doesn't have that control. They talked about possible surgery after the year. 2nd and 6. White getting a lot of time. Completes it to Renfro inside the 20-yard line. We'll mark it at the 17. Crudup with Robert Moore defending, and that was good for 11 yards. And they're giving Danny White a lot of time.
They're giving him time to throw the football, but the routes are shorter. As you saw, Walker ran 2 routes as a running back out of the backfield and one on the line of scrimmage, then a little quick 10-yard hitch to Renfro. Short, quick routes enabling Danny to set up and get rid of the football.
After an incompletion to start it, White has hit his last 4. 1st and 10 at the Falcons 17. A middle screen to Herschel Walker, and Walker is dumped immediately. He might have gotten a yard, that's all on the play. Mike Gann and Joe Costello on the stop as the Falcons read that middle screen play perfectly.
So take a look at Walker and see what he did. One of those little sneaky plays, lined up as a wing back off of the tight end. Cosby goes outside. Walker fakes going downfield and comes back up inside of Crawford Curve for a little middle screen. Not much there.
2nd down and 9 at the Falcons 16. Cowboys need 2 touchdowns. White steps up to Renfro, incomplete. Crudup covering on the play, and Renfro claiming he was interfered with.
One good thing about that pass that White just threw, he made his mind up. There was no one else open. He went ahead and threw the football. He didn't hold it, didn't kill a lot of time on the clock. Renfro coming down. He set up Crudup to the outside. Crudup didn't bite. Actually, Crudup anticipated where Renfro was going and cut him off at the path. Good job of acting there, huh?
3rd down and 9. Danny White had 4 touchdown passes against the Vikings, but threw 3 into enemy hands. Big 3rd down play for Dallas. White up the middle. It's caught by Newsom, short of a first down. Rich Kranak on the tackle, and that'll bring up 4th and about 5 for the Cowboys as we wind to 3 minutes to go. Dallas still has its 3 timeouts remaining. And on 4th, and we'll call it 6, the Cowboys have to go for the yardage. They have no choice here. And perhaps any postseason hopes hang in the balance for the Cowboys right here. Penalty marker down. White has Kelvin Edwards, and Edwards may not even have the first down there. Apparently not, but there was a penalty marker down. Joe Costello made the big stop, and Tim Gordon prevented the first down.
As a receiver, you have to understand on 4th down where the sticks are and how much yardage is necessary for the first down.
Illegal motion on the offense, number 66. The point is short. The ball is short of the first down. First down.
Kevin Gogan, but it didn't matter because the Cowboys didn't get to the sticks, as Terry mentioned, and the disgust on the face of Tom Landry. And once again, for the second time in this 4th quarter, the Cowboys have turned the ball over on downs, and Atlanta will take over in command with 2:29 remaining in this game.
Yep. Point here, fellas, if he gets the first down, then they get a chance to do it all over again. He didn't get the first down, they get a penalty, Falcons ball.
Huh?
Pretty simple.
Smallest what? 40,000, maybe the smallest of the year. It is the smallest. Well, we'll be back here for that big St. Louis-Dallas tilt on the 27th, and I'll tell you one thing. I'll be up for that game. I don't know about you. I'll be up sky. You know it.
You know it, huh?
Probably
hey, we
better. 2:29 to go, and the Cowboys trail 21-10. Atlanta ball. The attendance today, 40,103. That's the smallest crowd of the year here at Texas Stadium. And now the Cowboys will be content in giving the ball to Mr. Riggs. By the way, no player had rushed for 100 yards against the Cowboys in the first 9 games of the year, but in the last 3 contests, Troy Stratford of Miami and Darren Nelson of Miami, or Minnesota, went over 100, and then today Gerald Riggs did it. Timeout called by the Cowboys. Riggs with 105 yards on the day. Want to remind you that tonight on CBS starts with 60 Minutes. Tired of sitting in traffic? Well, 60 Minutes may have the answer. 60 Minutes tonight on CBS. Following 60 Minutes, it's Murder, She Wrote, starring Angela Lansbury, followed by the CBS Sunday movie, A Hobo's Christmas, starring Bernard Hughes and Gerald McRaney. That's coming up tonight on CBS.
The Swamp Fox, Marion Campbell,
comes back to get a win, and you're right, the Cowboys at 5-6 may not scare people anymore, but when you're the Atlanta Falcons and you come in here the way you are with 6 straight losses, coming on the road, even beating Dallas the way they are this year, is a big feather in their cap.
Well, a win's a win, and the Cowboys are respected throughout the, well, not just nationally, everywhere. And to come in here and when you're 2-9 and beat a 5-6 team tells you that you certainly have improved yourself. And I think hats off to the Falcons for doing a great job, and especially with so many key people on their defense injured, and a lot of them left this football game today. Notably is Tony Casillas at one of their tackle spots.
2:19 remaining, 2nd down and 6 for the Falcons. Dallas with 2 timeouts left. Riggs close to first down yardage. Eugene Lockhart making the tackle. And the clock stops with 2:11 to go. See whether the Cowboys have used up another timeout. Meanwhile, Lockhart, who made the stop, is shaken up. And now Dallas has indeed called a timeout, and they have 1 left as Lockhart is slow getting up. And he really looks like he's banged up. We want to thank some people who played a role in bringing you today's broadcast. And when you talk about keys of the game, keep in mind that the Falcons, with 2 fumbles in the fourth quarter, Gerald Riggs and then Billy White Shoes Johnson, and on both occasions the Cowboys failed to capitalize. They turned the ball over up on down, so they had opportunities to come back in this ball game, but they didn't make the plays they needed to make, and Atlanta's going to come away with their 3rd win.
That's right. This game is as close as it is, 21-10. If you have Riggs not fumbling at the 1-yard line, this could be a blow. This score could be another 7 points for sure. So the fumbles gave the Cowboys an opportunity. They went to White to try to spark some offense. We're just so far we're unable to get into the game.
Lockhart slowly walking off. He has been the heart of the defense for the Dallas Cowboys, and actually, in all fairness, the Dallas defense hasn't played all that badly this year. Steve Diassi, who was shaken up earlier, replaces Lockhart.
Well, offense feeds off of defense and vice versa. This defense has played well and the offense has not. And then it's been the other way around. They just haven't been able to get together. They've got young kids in there. They're spelling Randy White at tackle with Noonan now, but it just hasn't gelled yet.
3rd down and 1 for the Falcons. Quarterback sneak by Campbell. We're going to wind down to the 2-minute warning, but not yet. The clock stops. By the way, Kevin Brooks injured an elbow, and Noonan is now playing tackle along with Randy White. It is 4th down as Campbell didn't get the yard, and Rick Donnelly will come in and kick. Kelvin Martin will go back deep for the Cowboys. And they're going to let it wind down, and here's the 2-minute warning. At Texas Stadium, the Falcons in control, 21-10. Fourth down, and Donnelly booting it. Kelvin Martin doesn't know which way to turn, and finally is downed at the 40 by David Crudup. Well, don't miss the season's premiere of basketball, college and pro, next Saturday on CBS. You've got to see this Rex Chapman. He is a tremendous player for the Kentucky Wildcats. They beat Indiana yesterday. They'll go against Louisville in a great game, live at 1:30 Eastern time, followed by NBA action. The Houston Rockets with Akeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson take on the Chicago Bulls. A great surprise off the start with Michael Jordan, maybe the most exciting player in the NBA. So it's the season premiere of both college and pro basketball next Saturday on CBS. First down, Danny White. And he's going for Kelvin Edwards. Incomplete. Tim Gordon defending on the play. The Falcons will go to the West Coast, and they will stay there for their next 2 games against the Rams and the 49ers. They will work out in Oxnard, California, so they'll just spend time out there during their next 2 games. Their season closer is against the Detroit Lions on December 27th. And there's a veteran who's been through it, age 34, Randy White. 2nd and 10. Danny White looking for Kelvin Martin, and he's got good catch, but a marker is down. Completion to Kelvin Martin at the Atlanta 43. David Crudup covering on the play, good for 17.
Holding, number 37 on the defense. That penalty is declined.
Elbert Shelley was holding, declined the penalty on the Falcons. So it's a first down. I'll tell you, Crudup has been the busiest guy.
I was just fixing to say the exact, those were my words, that Crudup is the guy that has been picked on all day long by the Cowboys, who's played extremely well. That time Martin made an outstanding catch.
First down with 1:36 to go. Danny White throwing it up, double covered, and an interception by James Britt. That was a dying quail and well covered downfield
That's just a case of Danny White moving up in the pocket, seeing his man open in the corner, or what he thought was a man open, laid it up and hoped, prayed that his man could out-jump the defensive backs and make the big catch. Sometimes you try to force the action and negative things come from it.
Tough times for Danny White. Let's check some scores now in the NFC East as we move along in this season. The Giants leading Philadelphia 20-13 in the fourth quarter. And the Redskins now have opened up a 17-point lead over the Cardinals to 34-17. First down at the 10-yard line for the Falcons. Gerald Riggs going over 100 yards, picks up 4 more. Standings in the NFC East, if the Redskins go on and win, they would be 9-3, and Philadelphia still in the balance at 5-6. Dallas would drop to 5-7. So would the Cardinals, and the Giants could climb to 4-8 if they hold on to their victory over Philadelphia. But all that does is solidify the Redskins' chances, and it would perhaps clinch at least a tie.
Well, they would have a 4-game lead over everyone else in their division, and that's it. There's only 3 games remaining.
Right.
So they could sew it up.
Unless Philly comes back and beats the Giants and those teams split. But if the Giants hold their lead, the race is over for the Washington Redskins.
That's
in
right.
essence. There's a smile on the face of Robert Moore. He's a defensive hero today for the Atlanta Falcons. He has recovered 2 fumbles, one of which he ran in for a touchdown, which in the first quarter gave Atlanta a 14-0 lead. Dallas, you see, is out of timeouts. Second down and 7 for the Falcons with 1:22 remaining. Riggs, that'll chew up some more time, and the Cowboys can't stop the clock. Credit to the Falcons as the Cowboys came back to cut it to 14-10 at halftime. But Renfro's fumble set up a touchdown with Campbell going over, and that in essence did it for the Falcons today. Coming up next, the NFL Today's postgame show will have scores and highlights of today's action. Under a minute to play. 3rd and 4 for Atlanta. This will be the 2nd year in a row that the Falcons have defeated the Dallas Cowboys here at Texas Stadium. And Riggs hit at the 20-yard line, close to a first down, maybe slightly short. It's all academic. Randy White and Bill Bates make the stop. Smallest crowd of the year, 40,100. And the Cowboys will drop to 5-7. They've got the Redskins and the Rams on the road before they close with the St. Louis Cardinals. A disappointed Tom Landry walks off the field, and the Atlanta Falcons have beaten the Dallas Cowboys 21-10.